All right, today we're diving into something pretty huge. This idea that you can actually get into the crypto economy with zero capital. We're going to map out a blueprint that's all about turning what you already know into real digital wealth. Let's jump right in. So let's start with the one question that probably stops a ton of people in their tracks. Do you really think you need a big pile of cash to get started in crypto? Because here's the thing. In this new digital-first, decentralized economy that's popping up all around us, well, the old rules are being totally thrown out the window. That old idea, you need money to make money, yeah, that's from a rule book that is seriously outdated. Today, we're going to show you why your skills are the only capital that really matters. And that brings us right to our first big idea, the rise of the broke genius. We're going to explore how having zero capital isn't a handicap. It's actually the new starting line. The core philosophy here is so simple, but it's incredibly powerful. Zero capital is not a barrier, it is a beginning. I want you to think of it like a strategic position, not a disadvantage. Okay, so if money isn't the main currency anymore, what is? Skills. That's your new currency. But to really use them, you've got to make a really important shift in your mindset first. This slide just lays it out perfectly. On one side, you've got that old survival thinking, where you're always stuck asking, where's the money going to come from? But on the other side, that's where the magic happens. Opportunity thinking asks a much better question. Which skill can I learn today that's going to pay me tomorrow? That simple switch changes everything. And this is basically the path to get there. It's not enough to just have some raw talent, right? You have to practice it until it becomes a real skill. And then, this is the most important part, you hone that skill until it becomes something people will actually pay for, because it solves a real problem for them. So, what kind of skills are we talking about here? You might be surprised. Things like writing clearly, designing visuals, doing research, managing online communities. These are all totally learnable skills that Web3 projects are desperate for right now. Now, to put those skills to work, you gotta understand the playground. So let's quickly simplify the core ideas of crypto and cut right through all that confusing jargon. Let's start with cryptocurrency itself. Just think of it like a simple equation. Money plus technology plus freedom. It's digital money, and the key part is that it's free from the control of any single bank or government. That's the game changer. And the engine behind it all is the blockchain. The easiest way to get it is to just picture a public notebook. Every transaction gets written down, everyone can see it, and it can never be erased. And most importantly, no single person is in charge of that notebook. And that right there is why this matters so much for you. This technology is the great equalizer. It doesn't care how much money you have in the bank or who you know. It only asks one thing: what skill can you bring to the table? Okay, now we get to the real blueprint, the skill to wealth formula. This is the step-by-step process for turning your abilities into actual crypto income. So let's just walk through this. It starts with your skill. You use that skill to create value by solving a problem. Then you find the demand for that solution, and that leads to income. But here's the crucial last step. You turn that income into wealth by reinvesting it into assets. That is how you build long-term value, not just earn a paycheck. So how do you get seen? Well, you have to position yourself. Jump into the conversations happening on platforms like Discord or in these things called DAOs. And here's a huge tip. Offer value first. Share an idea. Help someone out. Start with small micro-tasks. Just get visible. Visibility is what creates opportunity. And all of this leads us right to our final section, your zero capital start. Let's look at the concrete, real ways you can start earning crypto right now without spending a thing. This chart breaks it all down. As you can see, skill-based work, that's half the entire pie. It's the biggest opportunity. But there are other great ways too, like airdrops, which are basically free tokens, or bounties for small tasks, and even paid community roles. And you know what the best part is? You don't need any expensive software. This slide right here is your free starter pack. Grab a wallet like MetaMask, look for work on CryptoJobs, create your portfolio with Canva. Your only real investment is your time and your effort. So just remember, the old barriers, they're gone. Your greatest asset isn't what's in your bank account, it's what you can do. The rise of the broke genius isn't just some clever concept, it's an invitation. And it begins with you.